What is up, YouTube? Now, before we get to the PlayStation 5 upgrade video, I basically wanted to point this out because I don't want anybody else to make this mistake. I got through the whole process and turned on my console and realized I had the wrong drive in. I tried to be a cheapskate. I didn't do my research well enough. I bought the Samsung 970 SSD, the 970 Pro NVMe SSD, and it is not the right structure for the PS5. It'll fit, but the PS5 does not accept that drive. I think it's a 3.0, and the PS5 only accepts PCIe 4.0. And yeah, I thought I was saving money getting the 970 because it was like $100, $200 cheaper almost, and I put it in, got everything done, and I got an error message saying it wasn't supported. So I had to take everything apart and do it all over again, then reorder the correct SSD, the 980 Pro. Reordered that, wait for that to come, and then I did everything again, and it works. So I just wanted y'all to know, before you go ahead and do this, open up your system and everything, do your research, because you don't want to end up like me, getting the wrong drive and having to do everything over again, and then have to return things and go through that struggle. So just make sure you do your research. I'm pretty sure now that it's more widely accepted here, a lot more people have their PlayStation 5s, so it's more common knowledge of what drives are accepted and what aren't. For sure, the Samsung 980 Pro NVMe SSD is accepted. I installed it and it worked. So yeah, I'll put that down in the description. And there's a list of a bunch of different drives you can get either off of Amazon, Best Buy. Some drives come as bundles with the heatsink, and some you have to do separate, like I did here in this video. They actually sell this with the heatsink. It costs more though, so I bought this separate from the heatsink, and I got one off of Amazon for like $11. I'll put that in the link as well. I put them together. It fits perfectly in the machine now. So yeah, I'll put those down. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the video. Now, at the start of the process here, basically, I just wanted to lay everything out here. So you're going to want everything you need in one place, which isn't much. You just need the drive itself and the heatsink and whatever tools you need to install those together. Now, in this particular instance, the heatsink that I got from MHQJRH. Now, I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the people that made it, but that's what's on the box, so we're just going to go with that. They actually included the tools that you need to install everything and the thermal putty to, stick the drive to the heatsink itself, because you don't really want to just touch them together. So yeah, you just want to lay that out. I did purchase a tool kit, just like $5 tool kit to install everything together, but I didn't need it since it came with everything. And as you can see, the drive there is a 970 Evo Plus, and I do want to stress this again: make sure you got the right drive. Do your research. I was just really eager to get this, and I was looking out for my pockets when I saw it, and these drives are not compatible. You need a N.2 4.0, not 3.0. So the 980 Evo will work, and that's what I currently have in my system, and it's working. But in the video, I'm using the 970, and that's not working, but the process is the same, so we're just going to go with this one for the sake of the video. All right, so now with the PlayStation 5, what you want to do is, of course, you want to make sure you powered it off. You unplugged all the wires, of course, and you want to take out anything attached to the USBs here. So I'm going to go ahead, plug out. This is the dongle for my Pulse, not my Pulse headset, the old PlayStation Gold wireless headset. And this is my USB drive. It's a cool little drive. It has a double-sided, either USB-C or USB 3.0. Thought that was pretty cool. This is the other one that was taking up space. So as you can see, I have a cheap, very cheap PlayStation 5 skin I bought off of Amazon for about $11. I can let you guys know where that is. I'll put the link in the description. It's a little dusty here. What you'll want to do now is take off the stand. Now, either using a Phillips head or a coin. For some reason, I decided to do a video without either of those handy. I'm I'll go ahead and use my knife here. Again, a coin or a Phillips head would be way better right now, but you gotta work with what you got sometimes. It'll get loose enough to where you can just take the screw out. Come on. We're almost there.
A few moments later.
There we go. So now that you got the screw out, place that aside. Don't lose that screw, by the way, or you won't be able to use this stand. I guess you could without the screw, but just don't lose it. To remove the face plates, it's pretty simple. What you'll want to do is you want to put your hand in the back corner, put one hand in the back corner, and one hand on the bottom of the PlayStation, and you're gonna like gently pull up on that back corner and slide it that way. So you want to pull on the back corner and slide it down as though, like, you know, down towards the bottom of the system. So I'm doing this right. It actually comes off pretty easy, just like that. Oh gosh, I need to dust that out. Okay, so now we've revealed the drive cover here. So the screw I got my electric screwdriver. You want to use a tiny Phillips head screw. Get off of there. Ooh. Be careful though. You don't want to strip the screw. Okay. Whew. All right. I just went through like 5 different Phillips head types, but it seems like this one is the one that worked. It's actually one of the bigger ones that I have, but it seems like it's unscrewing. So as I was watching installation videos on how to properly install the NVMe SSD drive, they mentioned this little screw here in the back that you're going to end up lining up with the holes on the drive and screwing it down in place. So like you're going to put the drive in at the slant, and then basically you're going to screw it on that hole right there. And this little washer slash screw combo is what you're going to use to do that. Now, I just spent about 30 minutes actually trying to get this screw out because it started stripping. If you can see, the screw started to get stripped. So I was like going through like tiny flatheads and Phillips heads trying to get it out without stripping it completely, and I ended up just in the nick of time getting it out. And I used actually a tri-wing tip from my old, I think I had a Wii, and that's what they used. They used tri-wings, so I had to like jam the tri-wing in there and get that bad boy out. Sorry, the lighting is terrible, but right now I'm unscrewing it. I'm gonna place this screw aside because I do need it to secure the SSD. And as you can see, it is still stuck in there. So when I get that out, you need to put this that little silver piece there, line that on the hole, and then screw the screw in with the SSD. All right, y'all. So after getting that screw out of the PlayStation, what I ended up doing is, since we're gonna line that with the drives here, I went ahead and put it in that little opening there, if you can see it. And basically the actual drive itself is going to go all the way to the end right there. And then the putty can actually stop right at the circle there, like, or a little bit before. So like right there, you can see like right where that semicircle starts, or that half circle starts. That's where you stop the putty at. And then the drive goes all the way to the end. So it's going to fit, it's going to be flush with the end of the circle. And then what's going to happen is when you screw this down, hope I didn't lose that. When you screw this down, the drive is going to cup under this, and the drive is going to use that to latch onto the screw. So this is just being in depth because I know not everybody like assembles these types of things, and the videos make it seem so easy to do, and it's not always the case for everyone, especially people who aren't super tech savvy or, you know, that intricate with certain things. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and then I'm going to try and install it on the PlayStation, and hopefully it all turns out well. We shall see. So after tussling with this for a little bit, I got it lined up. I think I got it lined up good enough here for the drive and everything. So as you can see, I put the putty at the base, then the drive, and then more putty, and then the heatsink. And then I went ahead and screwed in those screws that came with the drive, or the heatsink, sorry. Put that in. So now the last step is to just try insert it in the PlayStation and screw it down at the back. So now we're at the system. Basically want to put it above that grid mark right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Basically put it above that grid mark. Make sure it's lined up correctly with the slot on the right side. Can you see it like there? Make sure it's lined up like that. And you want to slide it in. You can do it at sort of like an angle. And then you want to make sure it slides in pretty easy. Make sure it slides in pretty easy with that snap. Make sure you want to hear that snap that it's in place. I think it's in there pretty good. And then you're going to screw it down with that screw in that piece here. You're going to screw it into that hole right there. And yeah, it should be secure. Then I'm going to power it on and see if it works. I'm not going to reassemble everything all together, but I'm just going to power it on and see if it works. If it does, then we'll put it back together for you. And when you put the correct drive in, this is the message that you get here. To use your M.2 SSD, you need to format it. When you format your M.2 SSD, all data will be deleted if you continue using your PS5 without formatting. If you want to continue using your PS5 without formatting your M.2 SSD, turn off your PS5 and then remove it. Saved data, screenshots, and video clips can't be saved to that M.2 SSD. So let's go ahead and format it. And once it's done formatting your M.2 SSD, it actually tells you the read speed right there. M.2 SSD read speed is as follows. If you experience problems while playing the installed game on the M.2 SSD storage, try installing it on your console storage. So basically they're saying if it doesn't work, use your console storage, but this is supposed to be expansion storage. So yeah, I guess that's just how that's gonna work. And with it fully installed, boom, PlayStation is back up and working. So again, y'all, it's working right now. Make sure you do your research thoroughly. Make sure the drive that you get with the PlayStation or for the PlayStation is indeed compatible. You don't want to end up like me, having to return a drive and then not finding another drive that you needed in time, but it was able to work. And let's just double check the settings here. Get our storage. Boom. So it shows as a different type of storage, of course. You got the console storage, M.2 SSD storage, and extended USB. I don't have one plugged in, but I will plug it in and move my games over to the M.2, and I'll be able to free up a USB drive.